also. Okay. 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 Great. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, optometrists from Titan Eye Plus stores. Yes, Vikram. Uh-huh. Okay, so I call you on the same number. Okay. Okay. But how do I know how many people have joined? That is there a way that I can on this one? Okay. Uh-huh. On the play button. Okay. This one. Okay. Uh-huh. On the play button. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 15 people are watching now. This one. Okay. Fine. Thanks. Uh-huh. On the play button. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 15 people are watching now. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thanks. Uh-huh. On the play button. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 15 people are watching now. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thanks. Good morning, optometrists from Titan. I understand we have a few more people joining us. There are about 18 of you who have joined from different parts of the country. Good morning, optometrists from Titan. I understand we have a few more people joining us. There are about 18 of you who have joined from different parts of the country. Good morning, optometrists from Titan. I understand we have a few more people joining us. On the Okay. Good morning, optometrists from Titan. This is Amod Gopte. I am optometrist from Professional Affairs for Johnson Johnson Vision Care. And this is the first time that I am connecting to all of you through the Google Hangouts. I have tested this method only yesterday along with Ramesh and your IT team based out of Bangalore. So excuse me if I run up to some error. I know it's going to be a one-way audio conversation. All of you are able to hear me, but I won't be able to understand if you're asking me a question. So I may be switching between windows, especially if I have to go and check if somebody's asking a question in between. I know there's a link, and some of the questions which most of you would enter into the pop-up box will appear here in this. So in between, I will come back to the screen and try and see if there are any questions that you have asked, especially on that particular slide or the slides that we have just entered. I would also quickly just go and see if there are more than 25 people who are currently viewing the screen. Particular slide. It seems to be about. We have just entered. I would also. Seems there are about 23 people watching now. So I guess we should be starting. It's okay that we can go ahead and start the session. Okay. So today we are going to talk about the new AccuView product from Johnson & Johnson Vision Care. And briefly to outline the agenda, the first one is, of course, we are going to talk about what different monthly disposable contact lenses are currently available in the country and what are the patients doing about it. What are you as practitioners seeing the use of these contact lenses by patients? Then I will also talk about some research that we did in different countries before we launch the new product. I will then introduce our new product technology, which is Hydromax technology. I will show you what we have found from the clinical performance studies, the science behind the technology, and of course, the clinical impact of the product in patients' eyes. And finally, we will touch also on whom you will be fitting this new product to. So if you do have questions, do write them in the box that you would normally get, and all of you, it seems, are quite conversant on how to use it. And we will try and I'll try and answer those questions when I take a break in between some of the slides. So moving on, most of you would know that current AccuView brand contact lenses in the last 2 or 3 decades have always been on either daily disposable modality, which is our one-day AccuView Moist series of lenses. We also have bi-weekly contact lenses, which is AccuView OSS. We also have AccuView 2 in a hydrogel material. And we used to have AccuView Clear contact lenses, which is, of course, a monthly hydrogel contact lens. And it has been quite a while. This lens has been around. And recently, you would have also seen that we have discontinued manufacturing of this product. So whatever powers are currently available with us in India are the only lenses that we have. We will be able to supply this product to some of your patients who specially require those specific powers. But if they are not available with us in our mother warehouse or in any of our distributor locations, then we will get back to you saying, sorry, we don't have that product anymore. But for a hydrogel category, we do have AccuView 2. So when we launched this 1-month silicone hydrogel monthly disposable contact lenses, a lot of people around the world were quite surprised. We have always been talking about shorter is better. We have always said that AccuView contact lenses have the best in class technology. And daily disposables, of course, as all of us know, is the healthiest and best modality for giving excellent health, comfort, and convenience to all our patients. In spite of that, we also understand, especially when we look at the broader group of people who wear contact lenses, globally, about 40% of the market currently still is in monthly disposable contact lens. In India, this market is almost 72% in monthly disposable contact lenses. So since we did not have a very good product, A few years ago, our science and research and development team decided to first understand what's the patient needs are and how can we come up with a new technology product and not just make another monthly disposable contact lens. So if you look at our current portfolio, and this is for some of you who would have joined Titan or come into contact lens practice for more than a year and a half, you may or may not have seen all of the structure that we present. Because when you have different patients coming to you in your practice, you could possibly ask them questions which will help you understand what their key needs are. And we do ask lifestyle related questions. We also do an eye examination to find out their clinical or medical needs. But if you bucket them, it's easier to dispense different products on for different patients. So when we have patients who come in and tell us about their eyes being very sensitive, either they care for their eyes or they find that there's a lot of irritation or watering or just irritation of wearing anything in the eye. For such patients, we believe you should be dispensing one day AccuView Moist series of contact lenses. And in India, currently, we of course have Moist sphericals and Moist torics. In the international market, we also have Moist multifocal contact lenses. The second category is of patients who work in challenging environments. And when we say challenging, it does not only really mean air-conditioned office and in working in front of computers, because today's lifestyle is such that majority of our young patients, especially between the age group of 20 to 39, use a lot of digital devices, including smartphones, laptops, iPads, or even desktops and bigger monitors. Like when we go home, we also watch television. So given the amount of time that we spend on digital devices, there's of course redness. There's of course discomfort leading to dryness, and in some cases, some extreme cases, you also get to see headache and eye strain. So in the clinical format, you would have heard a term called digital eye strain, which is eye strain caused because of digital devices. And specifically for patients concerned about contact lenses, we understand because when they look longer at the digital device screen, their blink rate goes down, which in turn does not allow the tear film to stabilize on the surface of the eye and the contact lens, which leads to discomfort and dryness in the eye. So for such patients, we recommend AccuView Oasis with HydraClear Plus technology, because HydraClear technology helps stabilize the tear film and reduce the friction of this on the surface of the eye, which increases the comfort levels of these contact lenses. When you say this part about AccuView Oasis, that it helps stabilize tear film, and that is the reason why it also gives excellent comfort apart from oxygen and highest amount of UV protection, then the patients get the advantage of Oasis. It is not only because it is a bi-weekly product that AccuView Oasis is better. It is basically because of this HydraClear Plus technology. The third group of patients, people who want eye enhancement products. Some of our patients clearly want lenses which can change the color of their eyes. And of course, on AccuView, we don't have any colored contact lenses, even in our global portfolio. What we do have is a lens which has got a limbal ring. And these lenses help enhance the beauty of patients' eyes, especially people who are from the Oriental population, which is Japan, Korea, Taiwan, China, who have a very small, narrow, palpable aperture. And when you wear these contact lenses, their belief is that bigger eyes are more beautiful. And that is how these products, AccuView Define kind of products, are used or marketed in these in these countries. Finally, we also have patients who are young. They want to transition from spectacle wear into contact lens wear, either part-time, full-time, and maybe if possible, wear the lenses as much as possible. Most of them would like to start with initial pair, which would give them a full month of contact lens usage, and they want to make the maximum use of what they wear. So this is what we call as the maximize wear group, and these patients will also be, most of them would be wearing a monthly disposable contact lenses in many of our practices. So when you look at the current monthly wearer, of course, patients wanted to see and hear. What we see and hear from patients is they wanted to wear a lens which will give them a full month of comfortable wear, not having to do either regular eye drops or removing the contact lens from the eye and taking breaks in the afternoon. So they wanted to wear the lens throughout the month. We also had optometrists who said that, well, I do give majority of my patients monthly disposable contact lenses, and the reasons could be different. Specifically, for patients who move first time from spectacles to contact lenses, a lot of optometrists, especially in India, are also recommending monthly disposable contact lenses. And they say that, well, they don't have any problems. And even if they do, they don't always come back and tell us. And sometimes when they do tell us, we ask them to wear use some rewetting drops over the contact lens. So what we did was we looked at this profile of patients who are young. They are students passing out, or people, professionals starting into their professional career or business career, and they want to have everything which is best in quality in for their use, but they have, of course, have limited money or budgets to allocate to eye care. So when it comes to what we call as price conscious versus value conscious, many of our patients using contact lenses are, of course, value conscious. So if they are told about the correct technology of the product that you are recommending them, they may agree to pay a slightly higher price. But many of them end up using monthly disposable contact lenses. So what we would certainly look at is what are the current monthly contact lens users experiencing by wearing these products around the world. So the first study that we did was in the US and Canada, and this was with our partner agency Cadence International, where existing monthly disposable contact lens users were asked to give us a report every day, give us feedback on how they felt on comfort. And they did this on a 7-point scale, seven being the most comfortable and 1 being the least comfortable rating. And they had to give this rating every day, which is plotted against on this x-axis. So as you can expect, the comfort levels of contact lenses for these patients started to drop. And by around 18 or 19 days, many patients, more than 50% of the patients, were saying that my contact lenses are not necessarily always comfortable as much as they were in the first half of the month. So we really started looking at what's the change which is happening. And during this week 3, and of course, we also wanted to look at how do they feel towards the end of the month before they switch on to a new pair completely. And the reasons for this discomfort was in some of the scientific research was found that the lens hydration was an important factor. So changes in the lens hydration could lead to dryness on the surface of the contact lens, which eventually causes discomfort. Looking at that outcome, we did a bigger study in 3 countries, which is US, UK, and Germany. And this time we looked at more than 750 current monthly contact lens users, specifically using Biofinity and Aeroptex. And we asked them how they felt over a period of the month, to find out that more than 70% of these patients at least experienced discomfort or lens awareness or feeling of dryness and irritation in their eye especially towards week 3 and week 4. So with that, we certainly said that if such a big number of population of monthly contact lens users is experiencing discomfort, they are either some of them are telling it to their practitioners, some of them they don't tell their practitioners that they are facing a problem, and they certainly are looking for a solution. So either they use some rewetting drops or they take a break during the day, or some of them also don't wear contact lenses or weekend, and even if they have to wear a lens during the weekday for a late night, let's say a movie or a function that they're going, then they may take a break in the afternoon or remove the lens in the evening for 1 hour, clean it and wear it again. I'm sure some of you would have also seen things like this. So with that kind of a research background, we then felt that it is important that we go back and see what is the new technology that we should really bring up, the new monthly silicone hydrogel contact lens, which will help us give reliable and superior comfort for patients who want to use contact lenses for all month long. Now, before I go on to talking about this technology, let me quickly check if there are questions which people are asking on the chat box. So I should be going here. Box. So, well, there are about 51 people watching, and if I have to see questions. So, first question. Thank you, Tarun, for asking this question. AccuView Clear is hydrogel or silicone hydrogel? Of course, AccuView Clear is a hydrogel material, and we have already, as I said, we discontinued this contact lens manufacturing of this particular product last year. So the plus power contact lenses are no longer available. They may be available in some small quantity in some powers, but you may get some 8.80 in minus powers and some 8.4 base curve in plus powers also. The next question is, we have an yearly product? No. Johnson & Johnson AccuView contact lenses are available only in daily disposables, bi-weekly, or now in monthly modality. Tarun is also asking, sorry, so Prabhakar, Tarun, Manish, I don't know what your question was. Tarun, you're asking what is the correct age for prescribing contact lenses? Well, anybody and everybody who can handle contact lenses, which is usually between the age group of 16 onwards, can definitely wear contact lens. If there are people who want to wear contact lenses even earlier, they should be checked properly. See that there's somebody in their house can wear contact lenses, and you can teach them how to wear and remove them. Once they are able to do it confidently, then you can prescribe them. Shikha is asking when we get cylindrical power in Vita, and Ashish is asking what is the minimum wearing hours. I will address both of these questions a few minutes later. So let me go to our product presentation, which is on the AccuVita technology. So what we have understood till now, a brief summary. There are people who are wearing monthly disposable contact lenses, and some of them are facing some problems. So either they are using rewetting drops, or they are removing the contact lens in the afternoon during the lunch hours, or they are removing the lenses earlier in the evening. So as soon as they go home, they remove their contacts and start wearing their spectacles. All these three behaviors are seen in almost 70% of the patients who are wearing current monthly contact lenses of different materials, of course, hydrogels, including silicone hydrogels. And this group of patients is what we call as silent sufferers. For such patients, and especially to talk about the new technology, which is called HydraMax technology, what we have done is we have tried to maximize and maintain the hydration in this contact lens, so that it will help us deliver reliable and superior comfort for patients who want to use this lens for the full month. And we will also show you some of the clinical research, which actually helps us support this statement. So first, let's understand the technology. The name of the technology is called Hydra Max. It is designed to maximize and maintain hydration in this lens. And you will see these two logos. The first one is, of course, maximize, and the second one is maintain. So let's look at what this technology really stands for, because the understanding of this technology is very important. Otherwise, you may end up confusing that this is just another silicone hydrogel monthly contact lens. And you may also compare this with Oasis, which is our HydraClear Plus technology contact lens, which is, of course, the indications are slightly different. Talking about Acuvue Vita Hydra Max technology, the maximize part of this technology comes from the special chemical that we use, which is PVP. As all of you know that we have been using PVP in One Day Acuvue Moist, which has got Lacrion technology. We have also been using PVP in our One Day Acuvue True Eye, which is silicone hydrogel daily disposable lens. And of course, the Oasis, which is a bi-weekly product. So PVP is a widely used internal wetting agent. What we have done is, apart from integrating higher amount of PVP, we have also balanced the two elements of the silicon polymer. Till now, we were talking about only one property of silicon, which is water-hating silicon. But actually, when we look at the new polymer we have used in Vita, this polymer has got two elements. One element is the hydrated part of silicon, with which we have increased by increasing the amount of PVP. So PVP attaches to silicon, which increases the hydration part. The other part of silicon is where the lipids get attached to. So it is water heating, but it does kind of attract more amount of lipids. So this new material, of course, is called as Cenefilcon C material, and which is different than Acuvue Oasis. Acuvue Oasis, as some of you would know, is Cenefilcon A. Now, using this technology, what we have done is we have transitioned into a new polymer, balanced the two elements of silicon by increasing the amount of PVP, which is 30% more than what we use in Acuvue Oasis. But at the same time, we do need to remember, of course, it is a silicon hydrogel material, so it gives excellent oxygen. PVP helps increase the hydration part of it, and that is how we maximize the hydration inside the matrix of the lens. When you see a video, this is the still picture from the video, and the video will help you understand this technology better. I'll show you the video in a couple of after a couple of slides. The second element is the maintenance part of it. So while we have increased hydration in the matrix of the lens, what we certainly also want to do is make sure that this hydration is maintained for all the month long. So in week 3 and especially in week 4, patients who are experiencing discomfort and dryness should not experience that by wearing Acuvue Vita with Hydra Max technology. Now, the way we have done it is, if you remember the previous image on the previous slide, which is this image. So the blue strands are the Cenefilcon polymer strands. The green strings are the PVP strings. And of course, there's water in this matrix as it is shown. As we know, water in the form of course, tear film, that is aqueous layer and all. So in this picture, what you see is the yellow balls represent the lipid portions. And as you know that our tear film has got lipids, natural lipids. In the natural tear film, the lipid molecules help us stabilize or reduce evaporation of the aqueous layer. So when you have a homogeneous integration of PVP, which is the green strands inside this lens matrix, and you have tear lipids being attached or trapped inside the matrix of the lens, well integrated throughout. It will help prevent the evaporation. And this is we have been able to achieve this by modifying the molecular structure of the polymer that we use. Now, most of you would remember that yes, lipids, when they deposit on the surface of the lens, they are not so good for the eye or the contact lens because it causes dryness. But when they are inside the matrix of the lens, then that's where the beneficial aspects of lipid come into play. So most of you would know that as our tear film has got three parts, which is mucus, aqueous, and then lipids on top. And the lipids will provide the beneficial effect only when they are maintained in their natural state. So with the help of Cenefalcon C and the Hydra Max technology, we actually help maintain the lipids in their natural form. We do not allow it to disintegrate or degenerate. Let's quickly review a small video. I know some of you may see a challenge in hearing the audio, so I will play it twice. And before I go to the video, I would like to go back to see if there are any more questions being asked. Okay, so Shikha had asked this question. Then Akash is asking, is ZNZ monthly toric lenses available? We will answer that later. Cylindrical lenses. Oh, it's wonderful that most of you are asking me about something which is not being spoken today. We are talking of Hydra Max technology of AccuView Beta. And SK Mishra is asking me what is Hydra Clear technology. Where Hydra Clear technology is a technology used in AccuView OSS, Hydra Clear Plus, which helps integrate PVP in and silicon material to reduce, to first help stabilize the tear film, and which also results into reduction of friction in the lens. Anurag, you're saying better if you can explain in English and Hindi as well for the benefit. Anurag, I understand some of your team members are from North, but I'm also told that there are people from South and other parts of the country. So I would prefer to stick to English first, and I will try and recap some of that in Hindi as well. Saurabh is asking normal wearing hours for contact lenses. Well, usually all daily wear contact lenses can be worn for all waking hours. Hydrogel contact lenses, because they give less oxygen, they are recommended for lesser amount of time. But silicone hydrogel contact lenses are good for a longer amount of time. Now, there has also been research which has done on especially one-day AccuView Moist series of lenses, where over a period of 12 to 14 hours, there was no significant difference in the corneal physiology. And that is why one-day AccuView Moist, in being a hydrogel lens, can be easily worn for 12 to 14 hours. In some patients, even for 16 hours. Tarun, you are asking what is the main difference between Hydramax and hydrogel. I hope you have studied your basics of contact lenses. Hydrogel is a material which is a combination of a polymer with water, and Hydra Max is a patented technology by Johnson Johnson company, where we use to integrate silicon as a polymer, then water, and we add PVP. PVP is a wetting agent. So Prabhakar, you are asking me what is PVP. It is polyvinyl pyrrolidine. It is an internal wetting agent. Send out some educational material by email to your regional optometrist, who will help me distribute this to all the other stores, all of you, that is. Again, some of you are asking me what is PVP. I will send that material out, so you will be able to understand that better. Mr. Mishra, you are asking me what is the difference between Hydra Clear and Hydra Max technology. Okay. So great. First, Hydra Clear technology is used in AccuView OSS. That is called Hydra Clear Plus, and Hydra Clear 1 technology is used in One Day AccuView TrueEye. The main difference between Hydra Clear and Hydra Max technology is Hydra Clear technology works with the mucin layer of the tear film. It helps stabilize the tear film on the surface of the contact lens, and that is how it helps reduce the coefficient of friction between the lens and the eye, the lens surface and the eye surface, corneal surface. Hydra Max technology, on the other hand, actually works with the lipid layer of the tear film and helps reduce evaporation, which helps to maximize and maintain hydration in the lens. Nilesh, you're saying to summarize indications for Vita. Well, we will come to that when we discuss whom to fit these contact lenses. Mukesh, you are saying what are the key features of Vita as compared to OSS. I'll also answer that question towards the end of the presentation. So let us first understand Vita as a product completely. And let me now actually go and show you a small video. It is a 1.5 minute video. And as I said, I may show it 2 times so that people get the story. And then we will come back and I'll look at the questions if you have any on that video.
AccuView Vita with unique HydraMax technology is a new non-coated silicone hydrogel formulation balanced to help maximize and maintain hydration throughout this lens, providing reliable, superior comfort all month long. With HydraMax technology, the maximum amount of hydrating agent is integrated throughout this entire lens, providing comfort from the start of the month. HydraMax technology then works with the natural eye, where in the tear film, lipids provide a number of natural and beneficial functions, one of which is helping to protect against tear film evaporation. HydraMax technology leverages this natural function by allowing the optimal density and distribution of beneficial lipids throughout this lens to help maintain hydration, providing comfort all month long. Choose AccuView Vita brand contact lenses with HydraMax technology. AccuView Vita with unique HydraMax technology is a new non-coated silicone hydrogel formulation balanced to help maximize and maintain hydration throughout this lens, providing reliable, superior comfort all month long. With HydraMax technology, the maximum amount of hydrating agent is integrated throughout this entire lens, providing comfort from the start of the month. HydraMax technology then works with the natural eye, where in the tear film, lipids provide a number of natural and beneficial functions, one of which is helping to protect against tear film evaporation. HydraMax technology leverages this natural function by allowing the optimal density and distribution of beneficial lipids throughout this lens to help maintain hydration, providing comfort all month long. Choose AccuView Vita brand contact lenses with HydraMax technology.
Okay, so let me quickly go to if there are any more questions being asked. What about thickness of Vita? Well, we are jumping slides, UV protection, 1 day wearing time, sir. What is reliable, superior comfort in all month? What is the base of this? So yes, we will come to the product parameters, and so let me move on. So one, we have said that we are integrating lipid inside the matrix of the lens, which is basically to say that if this is a confocal microscopic image, where this is a contact lens, and we are looking at the cross section of it. This lens was used for a full month, and that is how lipids are now inside the matrix of the lens already. So we have used a special fluorescent dye to be able to stain these lipids. As you can see, the green part is which is showing the lipid layer is actually throughout. So this is the front surface of the contact lens, this is the back surface of the lens, and there is a very smooth or equal distribution of lipids in the lens. When you look at competition products under a similar scientific method, as we know, Air Optics Aqua is a plasma coating on both the surface sides of the lens, so it does not allow many things to go inside. When you look at Biofinity and Ultra, both of these lenses, of course, have also got lipids, but it is not so much because it does not have the Hydra Max technology. Whereas AccuView Vita, because it has got a special lipid-loving element in the polymer, it has almost got 2 times more amount of lipids inside the matrix of the lens. And remember, when the lipids are inside the matrix and they are maintained in its natural state, the lipids actually give their beneficial impact in maintaining the hydration of the lens. So when you say maintaining hydration, in other words, it basically means reducing evaporation. So we also did this special study, or we have this apparatus where we study the different lenses and test their evaporation rate. And this experiment was also presented at the International Workshop on Contact Lens Discomfort, which was attended by a large number of optometrists from research, academics, and private practice in different countries. So what we did was we have an a chamber where you can mount a contact lens, and a small tube is filled with normal saline and kept on the backside of the lens. We can control the temperature and the humidity inside this box. And when we expose this contact lens, then as you know, because of evaporation, there will be loss of fluid in this glass tube also, which is to say that it closely represents of what may happen on the eye, surface of the eye. So if there is loss of fluid, of course, the contact lens will start pulling more fluid from either the tear film or, as we know, from the cornea sometimes, when it is called as pervaporation. When we did this experiment, we did not only do it with our contact lenses, we also tested other contact lenses with it. So we have AccuView Vita as the first lens. We also tested it for Bosch Ultra, Cooper Vision Biofinity, and Alcon's Air Optics Aqua. All this is on the x-axis. On the y-axis, we measured the amount of evaporation rate. So basically, when you're looking at this image, when you see when there is loss of liquid in the tube, it tells us how much fluid has evaporated. So we measured the amount of evaporation rate, and as you know, the lower the evaporation rate, better will be the hydration maintained in the lens. We checked all these lenses at 2 intervals. One was when the lens was fresh, that is, you take out a fresh lens on day 0, you take it out of the blister pack, and then measure the evaporation rate. Second reading was taken after 1 full month of using these contact lenses. So the first reading which we took, it was interesting to note that AccuView Vita as well as Bosch Ultra had relatively lesser amount of evaporation rate as compared to Biofinity and Air Optics Aqua. We did this experiment again when the lenses were used for a period of 1 month. And at the end of the month, as you can see, the evaporation rate which was shown by AccuView Vita contact lenses is almost 33% lower than the evaporation rates for all the other 3 products, especially when the lenses have been used for even for the full 1 month. This is the biggest impact that we see of the technology, that HydraMax technology helps maximize and maintain hydration, which in turn actually reduces the evaporation rate on the contact lenses, and which results into greater comfort which is experienced by these patients. So these were the 2 scientific elements for it, the science behind the technology. Now let me also share with you the clinical performance studies. So before I present the clinical studies, whenever a new AccuView product or a new contact lens by any company is introduced into the market, there is some research which every company has to do before launching the product. So we have to submit it to the US FDA and we get approvals for the claims that we are talking about the technology. Then we continue to do research even after the product is launched. Now, AccuView Vita contact lenses were launched in the US in July 2016, which is about 7-8 months ago. And India is the first country in Asia Pacific or the fifth country in the world to have launched this product. So, which is interesting to note because we understand that AccuView Vita is a monthly contact lens, very appropriate for mass markets like India, and where majority of contact lenses being dispensed are on a monthly modality. So when we were talking to some of our key opinion leaders and we presented that technology is good to see how its impact is, let's also study the amount of number of patients who experience comfort with this product who are not so comfortable with other products. So we did this first study, which was in more than 500 patients. And we asked these patients to rate the amount of overall comfort at the end of every week. So x-axis, you can see week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. On y-axis, you can see number of patients who have reported that the lenses that they are wearing are comfortable. Now, this is a randomized study where some patients were wearing AccuVita, Biofinity, Ultra, and Aeroptics Aqua, and they were asked to rate the overall comfort ratings. So if you can see in week 1 and all the way to week 4, number of patients who reported overall comfort to be superior was maximum for Vita as compared to the other 3 competition products. So this was the first impact that we could find in this particular study. The other interesting part which is noticeable is the competitor ratings for overall comfort, even at week 1, were not so high, so much so that at week 4, number of patients who reported Vita to be comfortable was higher than the number of patients who reported other competition products to be comfortable, even at the beginning of the month. So this is a big difference between the technologies. And now we actually tested this product in India since November, mid of November last year till end of December. And then in the first week of January onwards, we have been launching this product in all the major cities in India. In some of the smaller cities or in some of the stores that you could not attend our training sessions, this is the session that I'm having with the Titan optometers. So most of our current stores who are already dispensing Vita are telling us a similar story, that these contact lenses are really very comfortable, not only for first-time users, but also, of course, for people who have had problems with all other monthly disposable lenses. When they are switched to AccuView Vita contact lens, they find it very, very comfortable. Even for the end of the month, the ratings don't change so much. The other study which was done to check the amount of quality of vision, and this was again found to be very favorable for AccuView Vita. As you can see with all other monthly silicone hydrogel contact lenses also, in spite of being silicone hydrogels, vision is not such a big problem, or impact of lipid deposition on vision is not such a big problem. In fact, AccuView Vita, where the lipid is actually integrated in the lens and not really deposited on the surface, this particular product is giving excellent vision and the overall quality of vision to all the patients that they have tried the product on. Now, before I go to the product parameters, let me quickly go back to the question answer discussion. I know there are a lot of questions about base curve, product availability in torics and all that. Before that, let me see. So what is the base curve of the lens? I'll be answering that. J&J compound power available or not. Pradeep, I don't know what you mean really by J&J, But yes, AccuView products, we have different AccuView products for torics. And when you say compound power, it basically, if you're referring to plus sphere minus cylinder, yes, we have plus sphere minus cylinder in AccuView Moist for astigmatism and AccuView OSS for astigmatism. We currently have launched only AccuView Vita in spherical powers. Even internationally, it is available only in spherical powers. And I will tell you about the power range. Sumit, I didn't understand what you wanted to ask about AccuVita. Madhav, you have said it is USP of AccuVita over AccuOSS. I will tell you that. Anand Mishra, what is a DK by Teen Vita? I'll be telling you, showing you the slide. Prabhakar Rai, you're saying what are the key points of AccuVita which we can differentiate? I'll help you with that. Shubham is asking these lenses available in toric lenses or not. I've already answered that. Currently, AccuVita is available only in spherical powers in all the countries around the world. Okay, so let me go back to this our slides. This is the product parameter table. So as you can see, the material is Cenefilcon C, which is different than AccuView OSS. The base curves are the same, which is 8.4 and 8.8. We have two base curves. Like we have in AccuView OSS, the same base curves, two base curves. The wetting agent is PVP. In this AccuView Vita, we call it Hydra Max technology. In AccuView OSS, we call it AccuView Hydra Clear Plus technology. The main difference between the two products, of course, is Vita is Cenefilcon C and AccuView OSS is Cenefilcon A, which it clearly says that yes, the polymer chemistry is different. Second, Hydra Max technology, we are integrating PVP, which is 30% more than what we are using in OSS. So PVP is an internal wetting agent, so it is 30% more as compared to OSS. Third difference is that Hydramax technology works to integrate lipids from the tear film so that lens hydration is maintained. In HydraClear Plus technology, which is OSS, it works with the mucin layer of the tear film, which helps reduce the coefficient of friction and improve the comfort levels of the contact lenses. Coming to other properties, of course, it has got class 1 UV protection. As you know, all AccuView brand contact lenses have got protection from UV radiation. The water content of AccuView Vita is 41%. In AccuView OSS, it is 38%. The DK by T, which is this part, is 147. It is the same for OSS as well as for Vita. The center thickness is also same. It is 70 micron or 0.07 millimeters, which is 70 micron. Same for OSS and Vita. And the modulus of stiffness modulus is slightly lower for Vita, which makes it slightly more softer or more comfortable in the eye on instantly wearing it. It does have the slight blue visibility tint. And when you look at the marking on the lens, it has got a 1, 2, 3 mark, which tells you whether the lens is in the correct shape or it has changed inside out. When you look at powers, OSS spherical powers and Vita spherical powers are exactly the same. They are between +8 to -12. Of course, with up to +6 and -6, they are in 0.25 steps. And after that, they come in 0.5 steps. So this is the product specification table. Two important other items. One is AccuView Vita also has the similar infinity edge design, which is similar to other AccuView products, but different than all other contact lens products. As you can see, the small edge design. So this narrow edge design helps prevent irritation because of the lid and lens interaction. Whereas in other contact lenses, this interaction is slightly more felt, so the comfort levels are not so high. And in AccuVita, we have class 1 UV protection, which is highest in its category. It gives 93.4% of protection from UV rays and up to 99.8% protection from UVB. With that, before we go on to whom to fit, let me go and check if there are any more questions. So, good part. Either people have understood the slides or there are not so many questions, it seems. Shubham is still asking, well, we have answered most of these questions. So, Madhav, you are asking what is the USP of AccuVita over AccuVOSS? The first unique selling point is that AccuView Vita is a monthly disposable contact lens. AccuView OSS is a bi-weekly lens. AccuView OSS has been approved for extended wear. So if there are some patients who say that during the day I sometimes take a nap or I sleep with my lens when I'm traveling, then AccuView OSS is a much safer lens. AccuView Vita, we have not tested it, and that is the reason why we have not got a extended wear approval. It is a daily wear lens. Or other things about product parameters and toric lenses I've already answered. So it seems, yeah, it is pretty much there. So which is more comfortable for system users, OSS or Vita? When you say system, I understand you are talking about computer system or laptop system, which is basically digital devices. Now, what happens when you use like a computer, a laptop, or even a digital screen, or sometimes looking at iPads for longer durations, we end up having less blink. Less blinking leads to tear film disruption and leading to discomfort and dryness in the eye. So while we can give every contact lens to such patients, if you specifically give AccuView OSS with HydraClear Plus technology, what it does is it helps stabilize the tear film, and in turn it helps gives comfort, or it helps reduce the coefficient of friction on the surface of the eye, which increases comfort. So I understand some of you, and especially Anurag, you have also asked me to summarize these points in English as well as in Hindi for the benefit of some people, especially from your region. So let me try and summarize this. AccuView OSS और Vita में मेजर 3 डिफरेंसेस हैं. पहला डिफरेंस है कि AccuView OSS में HydraClear Plus टेक्नोलॉजी है जो टियर फिल्म के म्यूसिन लेयर के साथ काम करती है. वो टियर फिल्म को स्टेबल बनाती है और जो आंख में और लेंस के बीच में जो फ्रिक्शन होता है उसको कम करके आपका कंफर्ट बढ़ा देती है. AccuView Vita में जो टेक्नोलॉजी है विच इज हाइड्रा मैक्स टेक्नोलॉजी, वो लेंस के लिपिड लेयर के साथ काम करती है. लेंस का लिपिड लेयर, लिपिड मॉलिक्यूल्स लेंस के अंदर उसको नेचुरल स्टेट में रख पाती है. और ये इस टेक्नोलॉजी के कारण, और इस टेक्नोलॉजी में पीवीपी एजेंट 30% ज्यादा है ओएसएस से. इसके कारण ये लेंस का हाइड्रेशन पूरे महीने तक अच्छी तरह रहता है. लेंस ड्राई नहीं होता इतने जल्दी, इसलिए पेशेंट को ज्यादा कंफर्टेबल है. किसी ने पूछा है कि व्हाट इज, सो अजीत सिंह यू आर आस्किंग व्हाट इज इन्फिनिटी एज. इन्फिनिटी एज इज अ डिजाइन व्हिच इज पेटेंटेड अगेन बाय AccuView. इसका मतलब है, आई विल गो बैक टू दैट स्लाइड टू शो यू व्हाट दिस डिजाइन लुक्स लाइक. सो इन्फिनिटी एज डिजाइन ऐसा है कि ये बैक, दिस इज ऑफ कोर्स एज यू कैन सी इट इज अ क्रॉस सेक्शन ऑफ द आई. दिस इज द आई, दिस इज द कॉर्निया, देन ये बैक सरफेस ऑफ द कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस है और ये फ्रंट सरफेस है कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस का, और ये ऊपर की आईलिड है. तो बैक सरफेस और फ्रंट सरफेस का जब एज बनता है कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस का तो बहुत नैरो और टेपर्ड होता है. इसके कारण जब ऊपर की आईलिड उसके ऊपर मूव होगी देन इट विल नॉट हैव टू मच ऑफ डिस्कम्फर्ट. बाकी कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस डिजाइन्स में वो फ्रंट सरफेस और ये जो कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस है उसका फ्रंट सरफेस और बैक सरफेस वो इतना अच्छी तरह से टेपर्ड डिजाइन नहीं रहता, थोड़ा सा मोटा रहता है. इसलिए जब भी पेशेंट ब्लिंक करता है तो लेंस एज उसको इरिटेट करने के कारण लेंस का कंफर्ट कम हो जाता है. सो दिस पर्टिकुलर एज डिजाइन इज कॉल्ड इन्फिनिटी एज डिजाइन. ये आपके लिए टर्मिनोलॉजी है, आपको पेशेंट को ये टर्मिनोलॉजी बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. Some more questions have come in. Good. I've already answered what is dk by t. What are the key points? I've answered that. It is not available in toric. This lens is available in color contact lens. शायद शुभम शर्मा आप शुरुआत में नहीं ज्वाइन हुए थे. नहीं, एक्यूव्यू कॉन्टैक्ट लेंसेज में कलर कॉन्टैक्ट लेंसेज नहीं हम लोग बनाते. सुमित्रा इज आस्किंग विच इज मोर कंफर्टेबल फॉर सिस्टम यूजर्स. ये हमने आंसर कर दिया. अजीत सिंह का इन्फिनिटी एज डिजाइन का आंसर कर दिया. नवनीत जी के पूछ रहे हैं वीटा कॉन्टैक्ट लेंसेज डिजाइन टू बी वोर्न फॉर नाइट. नहीं नवनीत जी, इट इज अ डेली वेयर कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस. आप सुबह 6 बजे से रात को 12 बजे तक 18 घंटे भी पहन सकते हो, लेकिन रात को सोते समय उसको नहीं पहन सकते. अमित ने पूछा है कि हाँ प्लीज शेयर पीडीएफ फाइल. यस आई विल शेयर इट. वी विल सेंड आउट द डिटेल्स टू योर रीजनल ऑप्टोमेट्रिस्ट विद द फाइल, and hopefully they will also forward the email with the PDF to all of you. प्रदीप पूछ रहे हैं मल्टीफोकल कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस. नहीं, हमारे पास मल्टीफोकल कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में मॉइस्ट सीरीज में है और ओएसएस में है, वीटा में अभी तक नहीं है. आतिश पूछ रहे हैं जेएनजे मेड इन यूएसए ओनली और आयरलैंड ऑल्सो. Yes, on all Acuvue contact lenses are manufactured at 2 locations. One is in US, which is Florida, और दूसरा which is Ireland, which is also which is in Europe. Good. तो questions तो पूछ रहे थे आप, which is good. अब देखते हैं कि किस किस को आपने ये कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस लगाना है. सबसे पहले ऑफ कोर्स हमारे इंडिया में काफी कम लोग कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस पहनते हैं, लेकिन काफी ज्यादा लोग चश्मा पहन रहे हैं. तो जो चश्मा पीपल हु वांट टू यूज कॉन्टैक्ट लेंसेज इवन फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, Acuvue Vita is a great contact lens for them if they are value conscious. So if they don't want to spend too much money on daily disposables or even bi-weekly products, and you feel they are the best to use a silicone hydrogel monthly contact lenses, then do certainly give them Acuvue Vita. Second type of patients are those who are currently already using a monthly lens, लेकिन उनको ड्राइनेस का प्रॉब्लम है या उनको लेंस ज्यादा देर नहीं पहन सकते, शाम को उतार देते हैं, या जब मंथली लेंस वो पहनते हैं तो कहते हैं कि हाँ महीने के शुरुआत के 10 दिन में तो बहुत अच्छा रहता है, कंफर्टेबल है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, लेकिन महीने के 20 दिन बाद या 15 दिन बाद या 25 दिन बाद मुझे थोड़ा ड्राइनेस लगता है, तो मैं कभी कभी उसके ऊपर आई ड्रॉप्स पहन लेता हूँ. एंड देन इट स्टार्ट्स गिविंग मी some discomfort towards the end of the day कि मुझे जल्दी निकालना पड़ता है, घर पहुंचते ही मैं लेंस निकाल लेता हूँ. ऐसे लोगों को अगर आपको अच्छा वाला मंथली ही लेंस देना है, क्योंकि वो ज्यादा पैसे खर्च नहीं करना चाहते, इसलिए बाई वीकली में नहीं जाना चाहते, तो आप उनको जरूर Acuvue Vita का ट्रायल पेयर दे दीजिए. कुछ लोग हो जो ऑलरेडी हाइड्रोजेल यूजर्स हैं, जैसे Acuvue Clear, SL59, या जो कन्वेंशनल यूजर्स यूज कर रहे हो, उनको भी अगर कोई अच्छा लेंस पहनना हो तो आप Acuvue Vita का ट्रायल पेयर उनको दे सकते हो. आप में से कई लोगों ने ये भी देखा होगा कि आप तो सब लोगों को बोलते होंगे कि हाँ मैं ओएसएस इज अ बाई वीकली प्रोडक्ट, और आप लोगों के बोलने के बाद भी सम पेशेंट्स डोंट रिप्लेस ओएसएस लेंसेज एवरी 2 वीक्स. इनफैक्ट सम ऑफ देम से कि मैं उस प्रैक्टिशनर के पास गया था, मुझे उस डॉक्टर के पास गया था, या मेरा वो वाला फ्रेंड या रिलेटिव, दे ऑलवेज यूज ओएसएस कॉन्टैक्ट लेंसेज 3 हफ्ते के लिए या पूरे महीने के लिए, और कुछ पेशेंट्स को तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता. हाँ, some patients may not experience a problem with OSS, but do remember OSS is a bi-weekly lens. अगर वो ज्यादा देर यूज करना है उन्होंने तो शायद पैसे बचाने के लिए कर रहे हैं. ऐसा होगा तो उनको जरूर बताइए कि आप Acuvue Vita यूज करें, क्योंकि ये जॉनसन जॉनसन का ही Acuvue ब्रांड है, जो Acuvue OSS जैसा ही है, लेकिन उसमें जो मेजर डिफरेंस है कि Acuvue OSS का लेंस आप ज्यादा देर पहन सकते हो, ज्यादा घंटों के लिए पहन सकते हो, सोने के साथ भी पहन सकते हो, सोते समय. लेकिन Acuvue Vita का लेंस पूरे महीने तक पहन सकते हो, और पूरे 16-14 घंटे अगर आपने पहना हो लेंस, तो Acuvue Vita का भी लेंस आप पूरे दिन पहन सकते हो, लेकिन सोते हुए उसको निकालने की जरूरत है. और इसके कारण अगर पैसे बचाने के लिए अगर आपको Acuvue का ही लेंस यूज करना है तो Acuvue Vita यूज करके देखिए, पूरे महीने तक बहुत अच्छा कंफर्ट आपको मिल सकता है. और फाइनली ऐसे भी कुछ पेशेंट्स होते हैं जो लेंसेज पहले पहन रहे थे और किसी डिस्कम्फर्ट के कारण या किसी दूसरे कारण उन्होंने लेंस पहनना बंद कर दिया। मेरी आंख को कोई कॉन्टेक्ट लेंस सूट नहीं करते, मुझे चश्मा ही बढ़िया लगता है। तो उनको भी अगर कॉन्टेक्ट लेंस ट्राई कराना हो या उनको वो सोच रहे हो कि शायद मेरे लेंसेज में फिर से पहनना शुरू करूं तो कितने घंटे के पहन पाऊंगा, please invite those patients to come back, give them a trial pair and see how they feel. There have been some good success stories about patients who had stopped wearing monthly contact lenses and they didn't want to spend money on a bi-weekly or a daily disposable. They started using AccuView Vita and now I've started to use one pair every month. So this was the basic my presentation on AccuView Vita as a product. All of you are able to see my laptop. अगर आपको कोई questions अगर और भी इससे ज़्यादा पूछने हो या अगर आपको कोई directly information चाहिए होगी तो आप मुझे इस email address पे email कर सकते हो, which is agogate@its. Sorry, I लिखना भूल गया, so I'll add that. It is agogate@its.jnz.com. पर्सनल ईमेल आईडी है amodgokte@gmail.com. आप कोई इनमें से कोई भी ईमेल एड्रेस पे मुझे ईमेल कर सकते हो। आप अपना नाम, आप कौन से टाइटन के स्टोर में काम करते हो, कौन से सिटी में काम करते हो, शहर का नाम लिखना जरूरी है और आपका रीजनल ऑप्टोमेट्रिस्ट कौन है उनको भी, उनका नाम भी लिख लीजिए और उनको आप कॉपी कर लीजिए, सीसी में करिए, ताकि अगर आपको किसी पेशेंट्स के बारे में या AccuView कॉन्टैक्ट लेंसेज के बारे में कुछ पूछना हो और टेक्निकल इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए होगी तो मैं आंसर करूंगा। अगर और किसी चीज की मदद चाहिए होगी तो मैं हमारे जो टीम है या डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टीम है उनके साथ आपका कनेक्शन करा दूंगा अगर आप ऑलरेडी उनको नहीं पहचानते तो। लेट मी देन नाउ गो एंड चेक कि कोई क्वेश्चंस आए होंगे। So Linda, you are asking, is it available in